Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dutchess, and this is Dutchess Discussions, where we talk about true crime and missing cases. Hang on, guys. I'm going to get over here to my camera. My Doberman is on the wild side right now, so I'm having to get her calmed down. So, y'all hang on for a second. Hey, all my lovely, lovely people. I'm so glad to see you. How is everybody doing? Okay, here we go. Let me get situated. Hey guys, how are you doing? Hey. All right, so we are going to talk about some case stuff today. I had to postpone the live an hour because I had some new intel information coming in, and I wanted to make sure that I had all of the updated information to talk to you guys about on the Madalina Cojocari case. And as you can see along the bottom of my screen, we have all of Madalina's information going across the bottom of the screen. This is a case that is trending on social media now out of Cornelius, North Carolina, which is Mecklenburg County. That is about 2.5 hours northeast or northwest of me, I should say. So guys, let's get into it. Let's start talking about some of these things that are happening because I have a lot of questions. Dutchie has questions. So I'm going to go over here to the chat and we're going to see what everybody is saying. And I want to say hey to everybody. Hey, Sluggy Sleuth. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all, Sluggy's going to be going live tonight. Also, probably talking about this case. So make sure you guys go up there. Make sure you're subbed up to Sluggy. Mods, if you can drop her link, I would be so grateful. Hey, Crimes. So good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. I've been praying for you. Hey, Michelle. Hope you're doing good. Where's Summers? I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for being here. Hey, Single Mama 4. Hope you're doing good. I did drop a link in the chat, and we're going to talk about it today. Madalina's mom appeared in court today. So we have a lot to go over. Hey, Aunt B. So glad to see you. We got Cat's Eye in the house. Hey, Cat's Eye. Glad you are here today. So let's just talk about some of the general things that have been going on in this case. I'm going to share my screen. Let me turn off my camera real quick. It's just easier for me to share when I do that. Here is Madalina's missing poster that I updated. Madalina Cojocari is a missing juvenile that was last seen on November the 23rd of 2022 at her home in Cornelius, North Carolina. She was last seen wearing jeans, pink, purple, and white Adidas shoes, and a white t-shirt. Look how precious she is, guys. She's such a beautiful little girl. She is 11 years old. She is a white female with brown hair and brown eyes, and she is 4 feet 10 inches tall and weighs 90 pounds. Her stepfather and mother have been arrested for not reporting her disappearance. If you have any information or if you have seen Madalina Cojocari, please don't hesitate to reach out to Cornelius Police Department at 704-892-7773, or you can contact FBI North Carolina, and that office is actually in Charlotte, North Carolina, right here. Here we have FBI Charlotte here on Twitter. And this is where the number that's on the flyer, you guys can reach out to FBI Charlotte. And Charlotte is the major metro city. Cornelius is just on the outskirts of Charlotte, North Carolina, and they are covering this case. Crimes, I have to agree, unbelievable. Unbelievable. These parents, I have said it from the beginning, something just doesn't sit right with me. Something just doesn't sit right with me. And this was just 6 seconds ago. This was just 6 seconds ago on the FBI Twitter. So I want to get into it. Update on missing juvenile from the Cornelius Police Department today. This actually states here the Cornelius Police Department, the FBI, and the SBI, which is the State Bureau of Investigation, are continuing the investigation to find 11-year-old Madalina Cojocari. Today, we are releasing surveillance video from her school bus as Madalina got off her stop on November 21st, 2022 at 4:59 p.m. This is the last time we have independent confirmation of when she was last seen. Guys, this is just been released by the FBI at 4:07 p.m. today. It says we are seeking additional witnesses outside of the family to narrow down the exact timeline of when she disappeared. As previously released, Charlotte Mecklenburg school employees contacted Diana Cojocari on several occasions to inquire about Madalina being absent from school. After repeated contact, Diana Cojocari went to Bailey Middle School on December 15th, 2022, and reported to the school resource officer Madalina was missing. If you have information, please reach out to Cornelius Police Department, or you can contact 1-800-CALL-FBI. So I'm going to see if this video will actually play. Of course, I'm already following you guys. Let's see if this video will actually play for us. Since this is the most recent information that we have out there. And I just want to say hello to everyone that has come in since we have reviewed this new updated information from FBI Charlotte, North Carolina on Twitter. Hey, Jason, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Hey, New Orleans lady, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Single Mama 4 says, sounds like the mother is more of the mastermind than the stepfather, in my opinion. And guys, listen, I understand that everyone has their opinion, and I really appreciate you saying that it's your opinion. That's so important because we like to stick to facts, but everybody has their own, inside opinion about how these things are unfolding in this case. And it's okay to say that as long as you, expressively say that it's in your opinion. Clown Justice has given us some angry faces. Clown Justice, I don't think I've ever seen you here before, but you're welcome to be here. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Ange Carter, I hope you're doing well, darling. The Incognito Gypsy, thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to see you. Thanks for coming over to the live stream. Mississippi Greenie, hey, it's so good to see you. Clown Justice, I'm very happy you're here. We got Wait What here in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. So guys, let's try to play this video and see what kind of footage that there is. I'm hoping, is it going to be able to play? I wonder what this video, here it won't let me play it. So I wonder if they've uploaded somewhere. Here we go. Here is the footage right here. There she is. There she is, guys, right here on 11/21. Hey, Sugar Lips. Thank you. I hope she is too. So, guys, as you can see on this video, this information was just released by the FBI in Charlotte, North Carolina at 4:09 p.m. today. This is the last time Madalina Cojocari was actually seen before the time when she was thought to have disappeared. Right here, guys. I'm going to take it back right there. Thank you, Incognito Gypsy. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Guys, this is good to know that they have got this information. So this was at 4:59 p.m. when she got off the bus on 11/21/22. And as I said, they are seeking additional witnesses outside of the family to narrow down this exact timeline of when she disappeared. Guys, please put some hearts and prayer hands in the chat. And if you guys did notice, I also dropped a link to Madalina Cojocari's prayer vigil that will be held tonight. So let's get over there and take a look at that now. I do believe that is on Facebook. So you'll have to give me a minute so I can get over here and search that out. And here is someone who actually made a flyer that I did share on my YouTube community wall. He made this beautiful flyer, and this is from Tyler Polling. And he said, "Hey, everyone, I made a flyer for the missing little girl in our community. The prayer vigil is at 7 p.m. Tuesday, December the 20th. And it is located at the Common Grounds in the neighborhood Victoria Bay off of Exit 28 in Cornelius, North Carolina. And that will be tonight at 7 p.m. So if you are able to make that prayer vigil, if you live close to that area, if you could attend, if anyone does attend and they have any photos or videos that they want to share, please reach out and let me know. I'll be happy to share that on my channel. We are praying for Madalina Cojocari's safe return. So please don't forget about the prayer vigil. And if that happens to, they have video on that, I will be sure to share that. So I just wanted to make sure that you all knew that I did share that in the chat. And here is the public prayer vigil. This is Natasha Marcus. She is with the North Carolina Senate District 41. And this also talks about the public prayer vigil on Tuesday at 7 p.m. at Smithfield Park, which is at 19710 South Ferry Street in Cornelius. The details at the Facebook page dedicated to her prayers for Madalina Cojocari. So this is the new location for the vigil that they're speaking of. And of course, they have been searching tirelessly in this investigation. They are, of course, as you know, Cornelius. I don't know if anyone is familiar. We can take a look at the maps on that if you'd like. But it sits right on Lake Norman. So there is a lot of water in that area. So I do understand that there have been boats and several search crews that have been out looking for Madalina. and we are continuing to pray for her safe return. Now, I did get some other information. Sluggy and I were talking a little earlier, and we were talking about the power of Twitter. How sometimes Twitter can say some very bizarre things. There's a lot of people that have a lot of interesting opinions about what their insight is to what they believe is happening in this case. And again, her mother did go to court today. So I wanted to read you some information that I had, and I was just trying to find my glasses. What did I do with my old people problems? Gotta go find my glasses now. But what we were talking about was some very interesting information that Twitter was circulating in regards to Madalina's case. Hey, Kara L., thank you for being here. And I'm just going to read you some of that information. But I'm going to have to go get my glasses. So we're going to take a little short break while I run downstairs because I think I left my glasses when I took my Doberman outside. So y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me. I'm going to go get my glasses so we can read it together. So let me go down here and give y'all some entertainment for a minute. I'm going to go run and get my glasses. Okay. I'm back. The glasses. Okay. And I had to bring my little my little doll that I finally got it in the mail. My little Snoop. My little Snoop on a stoop. Check out Snoop. This is my Snoop on a stoop that I just got in the mail with his little Lakers jersey on. Isn't he cute? What's up, Snoop? See, he got his bills on his braids. He's all festive and ready to go for the holiday. So I got him over here propped up. He's adorable, isn't he? Everybody, if you don't have Elf on the Shelf, you got to get Snoop on a stoop. Just in case you need to know that. Sluggy, you're late. You were here. You were the first one in chat, Sluggy. Okay, so I don't have all the tea, but I have a little bit of the tea because Sluggy gave me some of the tea. So let's get into some of the things. We found out what the FBI in Charlotte is saying. Sluggy, did you get to hear that part? Because Sluggy's like, I'm late. Did you hear me talk about that? What the FBI in Charlotte just put out like 2 minutes after I went live with the video footage of her on the bus? That was pretty interesting, I have to say. The information that I have is from the Mecklenburg County Arrest Processing Center. This is an arrest sheet. You missed it? Well, Snoop on a stoop. He's cute, isn't he? Yes, the FBI just released some footage of the last time that Madalina was seen alive on Twitter, and they released the videotape. So we'll go back and look at that here in just a second, and I'll show it to you. On this Mecklenburg County Arrest Processing Center, this was some pretty interesting information. It was the arrest sheet basically talking about that on Thursday, December the 15th at 13:12 hours, an officer responded to Bailey Middle School, located on Bailey Road in Cornelius, and the complainant, Madalina Cojocari, and it gives the address in Cornelius, reported her juvenile daughter, Madalina Cojocari, had been missing approximately at 1200 hours on Tuesday, November 22nd. It says on Monday the 12th, the resource officer attempted a home visit with sixth grade counselor in reference to Madalina, that she had not been at school since the 21st, and there was no answer at the door, and a truancy packet was left by the school counselor. On Wednesday the 14th, the school counselor advised Madalina Cojocari's mother, Diana, and called to request a meeting in reference to Madalina, and then advised that that Diana had stated that she would bring Madalina to school on Thursday to meet with the school counselor in reference to the truancy. However, on the 15th, she arrived at school without Madalina and met with the school counselor. And that is when the school counselor requested that the resource officer step into the meeting. And when he did, the counselor and the mother advised him that Madalina had been missing since Tuesday the 23rd. Apparently, they continued to speak during this meeting. And it says Officer Noble spoke to Diana Cojocari, who advised she last saw Madalina on Wednesday, November 23rd at 2200 hours. Really? Because I thought you just said you hadn't seen her since. Okay, this is a lot. She stated that Madalina went into. Oh, my Doberman's back. What is you, puppy? What is you, baby? She stated that Madalina went into her room that night to go to bed, and Diana stated her and her husband, which is Christopher Palmater, argued that night, and the next morning he drove to his family's house in Michigan to recover some items. Puppy, what is it, baby? Okay, my Doberman obviously needs me for something. Can you guys give me just 5 minutes? She might need to go outside. I shall be right back. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. But as you can hear, she is insistent. Yes, okay, baby. I'm coming. Y'all give me just a minute. I promise I will be right back. Y'all heard that, right? She's like, do it now. Do it now. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. Dogs are like children. They want to interrupt at the best parts when you have something going on. Y'all, this is very interesting. Yeah, I know, Sluggy. Did you see the bus video? Yeah, I can see many of y'all are thinking like I'm thinking. Hey, Reese Place, thank you for being here. It's so good to see you. Single mom, I'm serious. He really is creepy. You're so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, demanding. Dobermans need attention. Yes, she is. They're called Velcro dogs for a reason. Well, apparently the school did reach out on numerous occasions, according to this document, Michelle, and she didn't respond. That is, that's where this document got me messed up. I'm like, so the school was obviously concerned, but they're saying that she was last seen on the 21st. But then the mom says, let's start that paragraph over because I feel like I need to absorb more information. And I understand this is a multi-page document and I really want to see this entire document. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to get the entire document so that I can share it with you guys. Because right now, this is the only one that I got. But I thought it was very interesting. And I wanted to make sure that you guys saw it. So let me see if I can. Give me a second. I'm thinking. My Doberman is still barking. She's just mad because I'm not giving her attention. And her daddy's not home either. Okay. So let me see. I'm going to try to upload it. It'll probably take a second. So we're going to read that paragraph again. Hey, Nico. Glad to see you, babe. Thank you for being here. So Officer Noble spoke to Diana Cojocari, who advised that she last saw Madalina on Wednesday, November the 23rd at 2200 hours. So that's 2 days after the bus video. So what happened on November 22nd? She stated that Madalina went into her room that night to go to bed. Diana stated that her and her husband, Christopher Palmiter, argued that night, and the next morning he drove to the family's house in Michigan to recover some items. What items? So you're just going, you're just going to leave your family on Thanksgiving and go out of state because you need to retrieve some items? That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. Diana Cojocari stated she went to check on Madalina around 11:30 on the 24th and noticed Madalina was not in her room. Diana Cojocari stated she waited until Saturday, November the 26th at 1900 hours when Christopher Palmiter returned home before asking if he knew where Madalina was. You know what that sounds like, right? She waited till he got back. If my daughter was missing, I'd have picked up the telephone and been like, hello. That doesn't even make sense to me. So he picks up and goes to this trip to get these items. And then mysteriously, the daughter is missing and she doesn't call and ask him? Christopher stated he did not know where she was and asked the same question in return. I asked Diana why she did not report Madalina missing until now. Diana stated she was worried it might start a conflict between her and Christopher. Officer Nobles requested she contact Christopher and have him come to the school. Officer Nobles then contacted Detective Patterson and Detective Nichols for assistance. On Thursday, the 15th, 2022, Chris Palmiter stated that on 11/23, he left his residence to make a trip to Michigan to pick up items. He advised that he did not see Madalina the day he left and believed the last time he saw her was a week before his trip. Wait, you live in the same house as this kid and you didn't see her for a week? Somebody's lying. That's all I got. This is my personal opinion. Somebody's not being honest. How do you live in the house with a child, but you haven't seen her in a week? That doesn't make any sense to me. He stated that he returned to the residence on 11/26 and asked his wife Diana where Madalina was, and Diana said that she did not know. Chris told Diana that he did not know where Madalina was either. And Chris stated that he asked Diana if she had hidden Madalina. And Diana asked Chris if he had hidden Madalina, and they both said no. Now, isn't that weird that the husband and wife are asking each other if they have hidden the child? I'm getting irritated with these people. Okay, so then it goes on to say, Chris did not report her missing to the police at that time. So what is wrong with these people? Chris stated he spoke to Diana several times about Madalina's whereabouts over the next 3 weeks, and both stated they did not know where she was, but they still did not contact police to report Madalina missing. Y'all, I can't even wrap my head around this. Now, this is page 5 of 6, and this came out on December the 17th. That is the time that is dated on this document, and I really would like to see the corresponding pages to this document. I'm just like, wow. I can't even wrap my head around that whole conversation. Is just bizarre to me, and I can't even wrap my head around it. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, what married couple plays hide the kid? Did you hide the kid? Oh no, did you hide the kid? Who even is going to be asking each other that? Hey, Jess, I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Well, they're both complicit because neither one of them reported it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Hey, Betty Joe, I'm glad to see you, darling. You think the parents did it? It's pretty suspect, don't you think? I got lots of questions, guys, and I just want to know. I wanted to bring y'all the information that I recently had, and to let you guys know about the vigil. And I kind of wanted to hear what your thoughts were on this case, because I mean, we talk about missing people a lot, but it's funny how when you get into some of these cases and you start looking at the information, like I would have never believed that. I'd have been like, that is probably just some hearsay. I would have to see that in order to know, because law enforcement hasn't said that. But this is the actual arrest report. So I know it's factual because it came from the police. Well, the mother went to court today, and that was the other thing that I was going to review. Now, I do understand that Madalina has a bond. I mean, not Madalina, excuse me, Diana Cojocari. And I'm going to get over to that information here in just a second. I just had it pulled up, and I think I may have it on here. Okay, so today, Diana Cojocari appeared in court this morning, and her bond was increased to $250,000. So I'm going to get over here and share my screen so you guys can take a look at that. Here is WCCB Charlotte. And as you can see, mother of missing 11-year-old Madalina Cojocari appears in court, bond increase. Right here, guys, $250,000. If she does post bond, she will be required to wear an electronic monitoring device. I personally think she needs to stay in jail until somebody tells us the truth about what's going on. Hey, what big eyes, thank you for being here. In court, an official said that she has hindered the investigation into her daughter's disappearance and begrudgingly reported Madalina missing after several weeks. And that is the part that really got me. Because when I read that, and then I saw the paper that I just read to you guys about how they're like, well, did you hide Madalina? No. Did you hide Madalina? You know, he makes this suspicious trip the day, you know, we're talking about a Thanksgiving holiday. And then he says he hasn't even seen the child a week before his trip. He's gone 2 days to Michigan to retrieve items. It just seems so bizarre how all of this fits in together. And I just think that somebody is not telling the truth. And this child's life could be in serious danger. Everyone in this chat knows that child trafficking is a real situation. And we don't know all of the components and things that are possibly involved in this case, but it's given me weird vibes, guys. It's given me really bad vibes. So, and you know, they're just charged with failure to report the disappearance, but when they find that child, it could be, those charges could definitely be increased. And here is a video from WCCB where they have been expanding the search to Lake Cornelius, and that is a lake that is right close to Lake Norman. And we're going to take a look to see, you know, the area where this is all taking place. I'll be able to Google Earth all of this, but I do know that crews have combed the water in boats and in pontoons for many hours because the FBI is saying that they need to take precautionary measures to make sure. And they did end the search late in the day, and that was on the 19th. So, this is the video
Tonight,
here.
local, state, and federal investigators are expanding their search for a missing 11-year-old girl. Crews spent hours on the water at Lake Cornelius today as part of their search for Madalina Cojocari. WCCB Charlotte's Marvin Beach is live in Cornelius tonight with new information. Marvin, interest in this case and finding this little girl.
Is the sound muted? What, big eyes? Hang on, let me get over here.
Sad
Let me check it.
situation.
Let me check.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she was a baby, and you just.
Let me check it. Let me get out of this screen and check it. Huh. No audio. Well, let me see. Let me stop sharing my screen. Let me do it again. Maybe it didn't share my audio. And I'll mute out so you guys can hear it. We'll try it again. Let's try it again.
Just 11-year-old girl. Crews spent hours on the water at Lake Cornelius today as part of their search for Madalina Cojocari. WCCB Charlotte's Marvin Beach is live in Cornelius tonight with new information. Marvin, interest in this case and finding this little girl is growing by the day.
That's absolutely right, Morgan. And tonight, the FBI is calling this latest search a precautionary measure. Now, Madalina has now been missing for more than 3 weeks. And tonight, we've learned new details about how she was reported missing. Monday, the search for 11-year-old Madalina Cojocari expanded to Lake Cornelius. Crews combed the water in boats and pontoons for several hours in what the FBI is calling a precautionary measure. They ended the search late in the day and didn't report finding anything. The little girl disappeared November 23rd, but wasn't reported missing until last Thursday. Police arrested both her mother and stepfather over the weekend. Diana Cojocari and Christopher Paulmiter are charged with failure to report the disappearance of a child to law enforcement. Paulmiter appeared in court Monday. That's where we learned Madalina was only reported missing after a school resource officer at Bailey Middle School reached out to her mother and stepfather last week. The school hadn't seen her since November 21st. It was the resource officer who reported Madalina missing.
You hear about things all the time, but when it's in your own backyard, it hits home pretty hard.
Neighbors are upset about what's happening.
Very sad situation.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, she was a baby, and it's hard to imagine that a mom doesn't know where her child is at 11 years old for 3 weeks. It's just a little disturbing.
Prosecutors say Madalina's mother and stepfather haven't given any reason why she's missing or said where she might be. WCCB Charlotte was the only station at the family's home on Victoria Bay Drive over the weekend. That's where we saw FBI, SBI, and Cornelius Police searching inside and outside the home for clues. They also towed away a car. For now, a judge raised Paul Miter's bond to $200,000. Madalina's mother will appear in court Tuesday.
And of course, you guys know that she did appear in court, and now her bond is $250,000. It is very disturbing. The FBI is thinking exactly what we're thinking. This doesn't make sense. The statements, when you look at the statements that they have given, that's not normal, guys, at all. I'm pleased too, what big guys. I just hope they don't post it. I just hope they don't post bond, because I don't believe they deserve to be out. But I understand the law is the law, and everybody has the right to a bond. Everybody has the right to, but you can bet that they are working diligently to uncover the evidence that they are so desperately needing in order to find out exactly what happened to Madalina, so that the person or persons responsible can stand in court for what they have done. Yeah, that travel to Michigan part, single mom, that gets me. How do you just take a trip during Thanksgiving? Oh, I've got to go get some stuff in Michigan. I don't know. I feel weird about it. I do. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't. So, and of course, we've got that bus video. I want to make sure that I share that with you guys again on the FBI's website. Here we have Madalina on the bus. I'm going to start it over. Here she comes down the aisle, and this was on the 21st. And there she is, right there. So explain to me what happened between the 21st and the 23rd. What happened in those 2 days? Betty Jo, I've thought about it. I've thought about it, if that's possible. When I read that statement today on the arrest report, I got the chills. It just didn't feel good to me. That's right, what big eyes. She could be anywhere between North Carolina and Michigan. I was very, very thrilled to see that FBI Charlotte has put that information out. So much, so much. What are y'all's thoughts about this case? I have great concerns. Now, I did see another post on Twitter that I thought was very interesting. A neighbor, a person that knows the neighbor that lives in Madalina's neighborhood, stated, the FBI continued to search for Madalina and loved how diligent they are working on this case. And the post said, The FBI just searched my house with my permission, looking for Madalina Cojocari, the little girl that's missing. She lives in our neighborhood, and they are going around to every house asking questions and searching for her. This story is so, so sad, and reading about how court went with the parents this morning just makes it worse. I am praying that we find this little girl. So, again, there is a prayer vigil tonight, and that is at 7 p.m. And I'm going to drop that link for the prayer vigil again. I don't know if it will be streamed live, but there is a good chance that somebody may stream it. So make sure that you take a look at this link that I'm going to drop. It is on Facebook, where you can say if you're interested in going. But if you would like to, in case they do host that and you want to watch that live, in case they do have that, here is the link. I just dropped that into the chat where you can go over there. Kara, I agree. My heart is breaking too. I'm with you on that. It is unacceptable. Absolutely. And it's great that they are going house to house to search. That's imperative. So we know that they're doing all that they can. They're searching in the water. Michelle, I've asked myself that same question. Maybe he was abusive and she was afraid of him. But I just felt like it got weird when she didn't call him in Michigan to say, have you seen Madalina? She waited till he got back. And then her question was, did you hide Madalina? As if this has happened before, because I feel like that is a strange conversation to have with a stepfather about your child. Did you hide her? No, I didn't. Did you hide her? I don't like it. I just don't like it at all. I can't not agree with you, Kara. Hey, Canadian Witch, I'm so glad to see you. I hope you've been well. Incognito Gypsy says, yeah, it's almost like they used her as a pawn. That's a good question. That's a good question. Crimes have consequences. I know Sluggy's going live at 10 p.m. tonight. For a speculation live to talk about all the things that has been going on. Because at this point, it's a lot. It's a lot. And the mother is Moldovan, to make that clear. She is not Russian. She is not Romanian. She is from Moldova. And I know that news crews are already setting up at the Smithfield Park for the vigil right now because it's almost 5 o'clock. So, guys, please pray. Please pray that there will be answers soon and this case will not be dragged out longer than it needs to be. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Is there anything else you want me to go over on this case? This is pretty much all that I know that's currently happening right now. We've got the bus footage. We've got some information on what they have told the school and what they have told officers about her circumstances in going missing. We do have the prayer vigil tonight at 7 p.m. And I'm just hoping that, you just never know. You can trust and believe the FBI is working diligently on this case, just like they did with Aspen Jeter. That was such a great coordinated case that resulted in Aspen Jeter coming home safely. And we don't always know exactly what they're doing. So we have to put our faith in law enforcement and that they are searching and doing everything they can to get to the bottom of this. Michelle says, if he is abusive, could she be afraid of losing citizenship if he leaves her? I did see that there were people questioning if she did have citizenship, and maybe that's why she feared talking about where Madalina might be, because maybe she didn't have citizenship. And I was like, well, there's a specific way that works when you marry an American citizen. So I'm not certain about all the ins and outs of that, but you just never know. I'm sure it will eventually come out, and we will know more, hopefully sooner than later. Now, there are a couple of other missing posters that I wanted to make sure that I shared with you guys before we got off here. And I was actually kind of hoping we might have some new information about this case. And we did. We did get the bus footage video. And as soon as there are any further updates, I will make sure to set up a live and come and speak to you guys about that. So basically what we know is FBI and SBI, they have spent hours digging in the ground in her backyard, searching for evidence inside the yard. The neighbors are in disbelief, just can't even wrap their head around what's going on. She doesn't go reported. I'm just thinking to myself, I hope they're checking when they're looking in the houses that they're also getting everybody's Ring cameras and camera footage in that neighborhood. Surely they are, right? I also thought it was interesting that they randomly dug in the yard first. Does anybody else think that is... I really didn't expect that to happen right out of the gate. But I guess because of the fire that the couple had burning there for a couple of days, the couch. Yeah, that's right, Crimes. Just a lot of questions. It's strange because let me tell you, HOAs in this area, the median salary for Cornelius, North Carolina, is $90,000. It is not a poor area. It's on the outskirts of Charlotte, North Carolina. I actually have friends that live in Cornelius. I even called them about this case, and they were like, we are just dumbfounded, and I don't even know what to say. So I thought that was eye-opening in itself. I said, well, don't you want to go over there and find some information out for me? Nope. Because a lot of these people own businesses. They are attorneys and doctors and nurses and lawyers and like this is not what they're involved in, and they were like, we'll just watch your live and stay updated. But if we hear anything, we'll let you know. I know she went to court today. And that was pretty much all the information. Go do what you got to do, Michelle. Yeah, I'm hoping it is a nice house. That's what I'm saying. What Big Eyes, like, this is not, out in the middle of nothing. This is an actually, hey, Legacy 23, thank you for being here. If you're not following Legacy 23 on Twitter, you should be, because the best information comes right there from Legacy. And I want to thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Legacy says contradictory statements. Dates don't match. That arrest sheet is very telling. Diana says different days, and Christopher also mentioned different dates. The math ain't mathin', is it, Legacy? The math ain't mathin'. I find this whole situation just bizarre. How does someone not see the child for a week before they go on a trip to Michigan to obtain some much needed items, and they just leave their family on Thanksgiving? And the child's already, the last reported date, again, was the 21st on the bus video that we just watched, that FBI Charlotte just released on Twitter. Yet the mom waits until he gets back to ask if he hid the child, and then he in turn says, no, did you hide the child? I just find that just so bizarre. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, y'all ain't too good at this. If you're trying to cover up for something, you have failed tremendously. And if you're not guilty, you have painted a picture to many people that something is inherently wrong with this situation. Crimes, that's a good question. Tom, the date that she was last documented as being seen was actually on November the 21st at 4:59 p.m. exiting a school bus. That is the last documented video footage where anyone has seen her other than after she got off that school bus. Now, what happened after the 21st, it's unknown, but there was a statement given by Madalina Cojocari to the school stating that the last time that she saw her daughter was actually close to 11:30 p.m. on November the 23rd. It's just not adding up for me. I have to make it make sense, and it just doesn't make sense to me. So the 21st is coming from the FBI based on that video footage that they have. The 23rd is actually coming from the mother from that arrest report. Thank you, Incognito Gypsy, for being here. Crime says, I want to know more about that man. I want to know if CPS has ever been involved. I have so many questions. How long have they been together? Hi, Nicole Helms. Thank you for being here. Hey, Callie Dime. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. I have a lot of questions myself. And I hope that you all will tune in to the prayer vigil. If you're not able to attend, I really do hope that someone will take us some beautiful pictures of the prayer vigil. And I hope that you all will be praying for this little girl to be found as quickly as possible, and that she will be found safe. You're in the woods of Kershaw County, Nicole? I know where that is. I'm down in Horry County, South Carolina. So Cornelius is about 2.5 hours from me. Not too far. And I don't know where the real dad is, Crimes, but that is a good question. That is a very good question. Maybe Maybe he's back in Moldova. I don't even know that he's American. You know, I don't have the answers to those questions, but I'm sure that we have so many great armchair detectives. Somebody's going to find it. I don't like it either. So while we are waiting to get more information on that, I am going to share a couple of other flyers that I want to make sure you guys take a look at. That is so, so, so important right now that we get these flyers shared. And you can find these flyers on my YouTube community wall. You can find them on my Facebook, and you can find them on my Twitter. So let's get over here to a couple of these flyers. This one right here, I want to make sure that I share with you guys. This is a missing case, Gage Michael Floyd. Now, if Arctic Fox, I don't know if he's listening right now, but I was under the impression this was Arctic Fox's nephew when he reached out to me, and Arctic was like, no, it's not my nephew. So I just wanted to clarify that with y'all because it's not Arctic's nephew. So please share this flyer if you see it. Yes, Tom, Cornelius is about 25 minutes outside of Charlotte. That's right. Gage Michael has been missing since December the 16th of 2022. And I did include in this poster that I made some pictures of tattoos that was sent to me. He is 23 years old. He is a white male that is 6 feet 1 inches tall and weighs 190 pounds. He has brown hair and green eyes. He was last seen wearing a black jacket and blue jeans. He was known to have been in the 1400 block of Georgia Avenue approximately at 1:30 a.m. on that evening. There has been at least one reported sighting of Gage in the Southport area. This is in Florida, guys. If you have seen Gage Michael Floyd, or if you live in Florida and you can share this out, please share this to Lynn. Lynn Haven Police Department is actually covering this. If you could please share this flyer out, it is so important. You can call Lynn Haven PD at 850-265-4411, or you can also call Crime Stoppers tip line at 850-785-TIPS. Yes, Angela James, he works nonstop. I think he told me he did 11 videos since midnight last night. Arctic Fox is an incredible guy. And if you are not subbed up to Arctic Fox True Crime, please go over and do that. And please sub up to Level Headed. He's another moderator for me who covers a lot of missing cases. We cover a lot of the same cases, just like Sluggy Sleuth. Please go over there and sub up to these wonderful creators. We work together sometimes as teams to make sure that we can get these missing cases out there. Because we all have something that we can contribute. Hey, Annabella. How are you doing, love? I'm so glad to see you making some salmon patties, girl. I got to put Annabella in her blue outfit because I have not done that. So let me get over here and do that. There you go, Annabella. Well, them salmon patties is going to be good. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And so now we have another missing poster that I want to make sure that I share with you. And this one is for Jocelyn Marie Campbell. This is an endangered child alert from December the 19th out of Springville, Alabama. Jocelyn Marie Campbell is 6 years old. She is a white female that is 3 feet 7 inches tall. She weighs 45 pounds. She has brown hair and hazel eyes. And Jocelyn was last seen on December the 18th around 6 a.m. in the 6000 block of US 11 in the Springfield, Alabama area. And she was last seen wearing a cheetah print onesie like here on this flyer. The suspect is Jasmine Campbell. And according to her grandfather, that's Jocelyn, he was granted custody of Jocelyn in June of this year. And today was a scheduled visitation day, which that was on the 19th, with her parents, and her mother, Jasmine Leilani Campbell, took off with her and did not return. The case number is listed here, 2022-118-934, and you can contact Springfield Police Department at 205-467-2701, or of course, please call 911 if you have any information.